guys, welcome to Chalk Pretty Things. Tonight we're going to do a cute little sign with this. These are called the Henna pumpkins. And I just noticed I've got too much light on here. Henna pumpkins are right here. And this is what they look like. And we're just going to use one pumpkin. This one right here. So we're going to use that tonight, and we're going to do it on a surface that I found. It says it was $5, so it was either Dollar General, Dollar Tree Plus. I'm not sure where it was, but it's just a found sign. You can put this on anything, guys. Anything you find anywhere. We also do offer the pumpkin wooden shapes for sale. If you like those, they're in the store and you can look those up. But I did not put them in the cart for tonight. I do have a cart link built for this project, and it includes the paste that we're going to be using, and the colors are going to be in there. I'm putting that up right now, that link, and it should be posted in just a second. Let me get it posted for you. Whoops. Get it posted. And then almost there. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and open up our transfers. Now this one has 4 different designs, and you can put them all together on one side. You can put them, separate them and put them on different things. You can overlap them. You can do whatever you want with these. If you choose to use our wooden pumpkin cutouts, you can do one for each little cutout. Do whatever your little heart desires. I'm going to go ahead and cut these apart with my transfer trimmers. They do have little cut lines on them, so it makes it really easy. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on our surface. There's really not anything we need to do to prepare this surface tonight. It is not freshly painted, so we don't really have to wax it. The only thing we have to really do is to fuzz our transfer. That's all we have to do. Let me take a look here, make sure we're okay. And we look like we are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and peel my transfer. These are sticky, so I'm going to peel it off the backer, and I'm just going to apply it to my clothes. I'm going to pick up some fuzz just to make it less sticky by adding it to my clothing. You can use a fuzzing cloth if you want to. You can use a towel, but I'm just going to use my clothes. I'm going to go ahead and center this on my surface here as best I can. I might want to move it down a little bit. Let's see. And then I'm going to smooth it down. The areas that are white right here are the areas that the paste is going to go through the transfer, the silk screen, and then when you pull it up, it's going to remain on the surface down below. So there's a couple of reasons for making sure it's down nice and tight. One is so that it won't bleed, and the other is so that it won't move on you. And then when you paste it, you want to pull up this transfer when it's still wet. If the paste dries in the transfer, it's going to stay with the transfer when you pull it up, and it won't stick to the surface down below. So I've got a couple different paste colors today. I have got shimmer copper, I've got orange peel, and I have papaya, so 3 different colors. And I think we're just going to kind of use a mix of these and maybe do a little bit of an ombre effect. And that's just a color blending option. It's kind of like when you do gradients. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my brightest color in the center. So I'm going to do this orange peel. Now you're just going to grab some paste. It should be the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. And I'm just going to kind of smooth that onto the center of my transfer. It's just like buttering toast, guys. You're just going to move the paste along. As it spreads, you're going to just share it with parts that don't have anything and apply it to the white areas of your transfer. Now a little bit goes a long way, but I am going to grab a little bit more right now. As you guys jump on tonight, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you are watching the replay instead of the live, please comment #replay so that I know that you watched. I love to know when you guys watch, and it helps my page a little bit. It gets kind of lonely up here sometimes, so I'd love to know that you're watching. I'm going to be kind of blending some of the copper on this, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to blend it in. And let me just get this one design here done. Then we're going to do the surrounding areas copper. Your color choices, of course, are up to you. You can do whatever you want as far as your color choices. Okay, I've got my orange peel down. It feels like it's drying pretty fast. So we might not be able to do that ombre. Let's just figure this out. Making sure all those areas are covered. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel it up. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this ombre because it is drying pretty fast with my fan on. But what I'm going to do, remember I said that you want to peel it up when it's wet so that you can, the paste will stay with the surface down below. My transfer is stuck down here. I'm getting my detail tool just to use the pointed part so I can lift that up. And I'm going to pull it. And I'm going to pull it slowly because I want, oh, this really bled quite a bit. Okay, so it did bleed quite a bit, guys. This paste, I did add water. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a mess. I'm not sure if I can even correct that, but it might look okay. Let's just go ahead and continue, and let's just see what we can do with this. I'm going to go ahead and get my shimmer copper. I'm going to put my transfer down around the edges again. I'm going to get another squeegee, and I'm going to get my shimmer copper, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on these decorative accents on the side. The shimmer colors are beautiful. They're just so, they have a little bit of glimmer to them. And so it's shiny. It's not really like glitter, but it's more of a glimmer. So I'm just going to paste this in here. And then I'm going to kind of go ahead and blend some of this on the outer edge with my orange peel here. So I'm just going to kind of scoot it up here and kind of do a little bit of a blend to it. We'll see how that looks. And what you can also do is get your finger wet a little bit and just kind of blend it a little bit so that the colors go together better. Okay, I'm going to pull this up again and let's see if it looks any better this time. It looks really cool except for that bleeding, guys. That bleeding shouldn't have happened. I'm not sure why that happened, but we're going to go ahead and continue with it. And I guess maybe it looks like henna. Who knows? I'm going to try and put this back down again, and I'm going to try and go over it with that orange peel in the center again. Just, I don't know why it did that. I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend some of that. Okay, so now at the top I'm going to add this papaya color. And this one was definitely a strange texture. I did mix it up pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and also blend that. So I'm going to put it mainly here in the center and maybe across this stripe. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of add the copper and blend it in. So I've got my copper here, and I'm going to blend it. I'm just going to apply it around the outside edges. Kind of blend it in. Now this color that I've been using, the copper, it's not a pure color anymore because I've been blending. So I'm not going to put that back in the jar. But I am going to go through here and just kind of blend this with some water again, just to see what it looks like. You don't want too much water because sometimes that causes the bleeding. But like I said, this other one already bled, and I'm not sure why it bled. Okay, let's peel it up and see what it looks like. Oh guys, that's looking really nice. Okay, so what we had here is a case of bad paste. That orange peel was really not good. But you know what I think I'm going to do? And this may stain a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, this is still wet, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean this off with some water. I'm going to try and use this little mat. And see if it's going to discolor or what it's going to do. And I'm going to try that again. Looks like it's going to discolor a little bit, but we'll see. So I've got a lot of it off, but notice there's still those, it's just really colorful. This may be one we have to chalk up to a loss, but I've got my board eraser here, and normally it does a really good job of taking the paste off. So, but I didn't prepare this board with wax or anything, so I'm not sure how much this is going to come off. What I could do is repaint it white again and start over. I've also got a Clorox wipe here. I think I can probably wipe it off with the Clorox wipe. Okay, so this looks a little better. I'm going to go ahead and dry it. I'm going to try it again, but not use that same color paste. Okay, let me find my transfer. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my transfer. So this is something that you do every time you're done with the transfer. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you right now. You're going to go ahead and wet it down with water, just plain old water. And you want to do this the sooner the better because it does tend to get harder the longer you let it set. So I'm going to clean this off as much as I can with a paper towel. I'm going to cap up this orange peel because I didn't like the way it worked. I'm going to get my board eraser again, it's wet. I'm just going to rub over this to get all of the paste out of the silk screen. And then I'm going to flip it over and clean the other side. You do need to clean both sides. Okay. out my board eraser. Go gentle on that adhesive side. So sometimes things don't work out when you're chalking, but usually there's a way to correct them or to modify to make it work. And we're going to modify this a little bit by changing. We took off the design. We're drying the stencil, and we're going to reapply it with a different color paste to see if we can get it working. We removed it from our surface already. So I'm going to dry it pretty good because you definitely don't want it to be wet when you reapply it to your design. And this, you really don't want to apply heat to your transfer, but I've got a really low, this isn't very hot, so I'm just going to kind of dry it a little bit. If this is wet, my paste is going to run. And we've already done that, so we don't want to do that again. Make sure it's really dry. Okay, so I do want to make sure that this is dry because we're going to lay the transfer back over it. Okay, let's do it. We can line this up pretty easily because we can see through the silk screen. Take your time when you're lining this back up. Okay, so I've got, sometimes it helps to have a focal point, a part that you know you can get down, like that leaf on the top, and then to work your way down. So I'm going to try and move this so that instead of seeing white through this transfer, I'm going to see the gold color that I already put down. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's try this again. Smooth it down. And let's go with maybe the papaya in the center and the shimmer on the outside. I'm just going to kind of go in a circle. I'm not even going to be careful about this time. I'm just going to go in a circle. And let's go for our shimmer. I'm just going to kind of bring it in there into the papaya color. Hope you guys are having a great day today. It's Thursday. It's one of my favorite days of the week. You know why? Because it's almost Friday, which means it's almost Saturday. Hooray! Okay, see, these colors are pretty close to each other. One's shimmer, one's not. I'm just going to kind of blend them, and once again, I'm not going to use this paste. I'm going to lift it up. And it's better. It's still a little funny. Maybe it's something with the surface. But here is our henna pumpkin. What do you guys think so far? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my pastes away real quick, and I am going to make a little henna art raffia bow. So we'll give that a try. Now this is a raffia, I just got this, and I'm not sure how it's going to work, or even where it starts. Looks like it might start right here. Let's find the beginning. And if we can't find it, we're going to cut it anyway and just get it going. Well, I'm just going to cut it. I hate opening things. It takes so long. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to kind of take this and wrap it around my hand a couple times. Maybe a little bigger than my hand. I'm just going to make some loops. Actually, this is a lot easier to work with than the other raffia that's a mess. Okay, I'm going to cut it off. And then I'm going to take a piece of this raffia and I'm going to tie it. So I'm going to tie it in the center. Pretty tight. I'm going to turn on my glue gun also. And make a knot. And then we can go ahead and cut these loops that I made. Just cut them and make them kind of raggedy. And then I'm going to get some more of this raffia. And I'm just going to add a couple beads on here. So my beads on here right now are the green, like a pale green. And I'm just going to get some of these green beads here, thread them through. Not too many, just a few beads. Dark green, blue green, and a white. I'm going to tie a knot on this end, just so the beads won't fall off. And then I'm going to continue that pattern so it was white, white, light green, dark green, papaya colors next. And then dark green, light green. And white. Almost done, guys. This is a quick, simple little craft tonight. Tie a knot on this end, double knot. Then I've got enough room up here that I can just go ahead and tie this around my raffia. Maybe I can just glue it. But this is what our bow is going to look like. We're going to kind of puff it up. Okay. And we can just put it here on the corner. Let's see if the glue gun's ready. Maybe this corner. So this part, then this part, hold it down for a second. So holy moly, guys, we've had some trouble with these transfers. I mean, with the projects I've done the last couple days. But the good thing about this is that you can always recover. So if I end up not liking this, because it's still a little blurry on the bottom, look how cute, guys. What do you think? If I didn't like it, I can take this off again. I can actually repaint it. But I think it looks really cute for just kind of a little rustic henna pumpkin. It adds a little color. It brings in the fall, and I like it. If you like it, please give it a heart. Remember, the word of the day to get the supplies is henna, Henna. That'll give you the supply list. If you have any questions, please send me a message and I'll do my best to help you out. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye.